there are rumors
Oh
that
my God!
Disney
Please say no.
is planning to fully reboot the Indiana Jones franchise. So, what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is gonna go anywhere? Like, do you think this is like just a full on rumor, or do you think this is gonna actually happen? But what do you guys think?
Well, I think a lot of it will depend on whatever contract they have for the Indiana Jones franchise, right? Because usually a lot of the contracts for movies require you to produce a film in 3 or 4 years. So every 3 or 4 years, you have to be producing something or you lose the rights to the film, right? And to make those films. So it is possible they have something in the contract that requires them because that's what Spider-Man has, right? That's what Sony has. If Sony doesn't produce a Spider-Man film and I think it's like 3 or 4 years sequence, then they lose the rights to Spider-Man, which of course we know Disney wants it because they got into a fight over having Spider-Man and they wanted Spider-Man with the Marvels and Sony didn't have it. So it's very possible they have something like that. So is it possible they're gonna do a full reboot when it comes to that? Yes, because right now we have Harrison Ford. He is too old to do anything, and they can't go any further than that, right?
Yeah.
So in order for them to keep the rights, if this is, I'm assuming this is what they have in the contract, they're gonna have to do a reboot because they can't keep having Harrison Ford do all this stuff as a 90-year-old with a walker, right?
Yep.
So it has to happen, right? And that's how it is when it comes to getting copyrights, right? You have to produce something or you'll lose your ability to keep those rights. So I think it is possible. I just hate the fact that Disney owns the right to it because they're gonna screw it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Go ahead, Grae.
Yes, pretty much the same thing. Because like we know modern Disney is not capable of making new IPs, new good ones anyway. So given like they're just milking existing franchises, either live action remakes or doing spin-offs or rehashes, that's all they do now. Like there's literally zero new IPs from them. Or if there are, they are like, I think the most is Pixar, which have been failing recently. So I can definitely see it. And yeah, same point is with Harrison Ford. He's too old to play the role. So it wouldn't surprise me if they put like Phoebe Waller-Bridges character as the new Indy, shit like that, stupid stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's absolutely gonna happen given the Disney right now, and according to Sebi's the stipulation that every 3 to 4 years there needs to be something new. So yeah, I'm even more so convinced that this is actually going to happen, and very, very likely it's going to suck. That's the thing, because like it's not the people at Lucasfilm right now. All they care about is feminism. So they're going to absolutely make that the foundation of this reboot. And yeah, it was also kind of there already with the Great Circle, the video game. So yeah, it's gonna happen, but it's gonna suck. In summary,
I really hope they don't get Pedro Pascal because I'm so freaking tired of seeing him everywhere.
I can see it happening.
Like there's so much ugly I can take every day. Come on, have some pity on poor me.
Yeah, okay. I would say, well, I'll go ahead and play devil's advocate here. I don't think they're gonna make it a female. I think if they do, they will lose whatever fan base they have left.
Yeah.
I think, and then the only people who are going to actually watch this probably are the people who are saying that, wow, they're finally making India female, and I can't wait to go watch it, which is actually they're lying. So actually, nobody's actually going to go watch this. Because
but it's Kathleen Kennedy though. Kathleen Kennedy's the kind of person where, so you hate feminism? Okay, I'm gonna quadruple down more. She's that kind of person.
One of the things I'm hoping they do is I'm hoping they refine the idea of young Indiana Jones. Because when they did the young Indiana Jones TV show, it had potential. It had some really good episodes in there, right? And I think if you think about like Indiana Jones, the Holy Grail, when they had young Indy, and him growing up and then having him transition from being young Indy to Indiana Jones, the man, right? That I think that transition was made well. So I'm hoping that Disney takes a step back and goes back to an area that hasn't been mass produced, right? Just look at young Indiana Jones and, maybe build something from that. But because otherwise it's always going to get compared to the Holy Grail, right? Or, just the first three Indiana Jones movies. So but I don't think they're going to do that. I'm hoping they're smart about it, because there's a right way to do a reboot, for sure, and part of it will include having great casting. But if you have casting of young Indiana Jones, you can get away with way more, right? It doesn't have to look exactly the same as Harrison Ford. And then when that person, gets older and grows older, then you already attach that face to Indiana Jones, and then you're then allowed a smoother transition.
I think if we're gonna cast one person as Indiana Jones, as like let's have a younger Indiana Jones. I think someone mentioned it on, I think it might have been Epic Mike that mentioned it. I think Glenn Powell will be a very good Indiana Jones. He has the ruggedness. I think he's young enough. He's 36. He's younger than me by a year. So and the thing is that you want someone young that's gonna play Indiana Jones for the next 10, 15 years.
I think that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it'll be really, really good for him to play, for him. He has to look for it. I think I can see it happening.
Yeah, but, Indiana Jones has a ragged look to him, which is part of his appeal, right?
So, but the thing is, if not a female,
oh God, I hope
we might get a black Indiana Jones.
Ew.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He's going to be robbing these tombs, right? And then putting it back to where they belong.
Yep.
God.
Exactly. Because it's we're laughing and making fun of it, but it's not that far fetched from reality, given the Lucasfilms we know.
No, but you have to also keep in mind too, the time period where Indiana Jones was living, right? You're gonna have a black person stealing and getting in trouble and firing at people. That's not gonna go well. I'm sorry, that is not gonna go well. I mean, that's part of the reason why I just thought it was such a bad idea to cast Snape as the black individual who's playing Snape, right? Because everything then becomes about racism, and you stop caring about what the actual movie is about.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, here's the thing. We watched what's it called again? I forgot. Was it I forgot which one where he meets Hitler. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah.
Imagine a black Indiana Jones meeting Hitler. He would completely disappear from that movie.
Yeah, he would. He would be killed so fast. Is the Holy Grail? Is Indiana Jones on the Holy Grail when he meets Hitler? When he has the journal.
Last Crusade. Yeah.
The Last Crusade. There you go. Last Crusade. When he goes in and he meets Hitler, and then Hitler signs the journal, that would have gone way differently.
He's like, oh, and he goes. He gives it back to him. Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I love that scene. That scene was actually really good.
I don't think the black Indiana Jones would have been alive after that.
Here's the thing though. If they put if they're singing that what's it called again, that new Kanye song, it might be really good.
Oh no.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Project Eggroll podcast. Make sure to catch us live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Also, be sure to subscribe, and we will see you all there.